play music online, and welcome to our video demonstration and review of the Vigier Surfreter. Now, fretless guitars have been around for quite a few years now. Most notably back in the mid-1980s, Adrian Belew experimented with a fretless guitar and fretless guitar synthesizers with King Crimson and with his own solo work. I also believe that Andy Summers from the Police also experimented with fretless electric guitars in the late 70s. But they're really the two of the most high-profile players that have used the fretless guitar, but nevertheless the fretless guitar has never really entered the mainstream. However, with the advent of YouTube and with the advent of this instrument, guitarists like Guthrie Govan and Ron Thal, aka Bumblefoot of Guns N' Roses fame, not to mention many more of the great bands he's played with, they have made great use of the Vigier Surfreter and can be found on YouTube doing amazing things with this guitar. Nevertheless, this is still very much a niche instrument. It isn't very easy to play. It requires a lot of concentration and a lot of familiarity before you really start to get anything out of it that sounds musical. But being a Vigier, we have top quality components all around. We have a two-piece high quality alder body which feels very light and comfortable. A fixed bridge. I don't think there'll be a lot of call for having a whammy bar on a fretless guitar with all the glissando notes and things you can get from the fretless board. We have Dimarzio pickups, we have a tone zone in the bridge, an FS1 single coil in the middle and a PAF Pro at the neck. The fingerboard is comprised of a unique alloy which was developed by Vigier, and it's called iMetal. The iMetal fingerboard features a 300mm radius, which is identical to the standard radius on the standard Vigier Excalibur, which the Surfreter is based on. The range also encompasses the equivalent of 24 frets, although you've also got all these strange microtonal intervals and things as well, thanks to the fretless board. The Surfreter is not a particularly forgiving guitar or a particularly easy guitar to play. It requires a lot of familiarity before you can really start to get anything out of it, which sounds very musical. I take my hat off to Guthrie Govan and Bumblefoot and one or two other players on YouTube who are doing amazing things with the Surfreter. Chords are quite difficult. You might find it works better if you experiment with alternate tunings, so you can use one finger chords and things like that. Standard triads are definitely quite challenging because one note always seems to sound a bit off. There are dot markers and side markers here which indicate where the frets would be if this was a fretted guitar, so with practice it is possible to start to play scales and licks which are in tune. Well, to sum up, the Surfreter is very much a niche instrument and it requires a lot of commitment, both financial, because at the end of the day this isn't an inexpensive guitar, and also a lot of musical commitment. You really do need to concentrate and really be committed to learning this guitar. But you will be rewarded with some great results, as players like Guthrie have demonstrated. If you are planning on going down the fretless route, the best of luck. I hope you enjoy it, and happy sliding.